Hi there. Today I'm going to teach a really gentle yoga class. Today, all you'll need is a mat, maybe some pillows for extra comfort, and possibly a blanket at the end. We're going to be doing a lot of floor postures. So we'll be balancing on our knees, on our backs, and on our tummies today. All right. Thank you. Okay. So to start our lesson, I like to always start with a few breathing exercises. This really helps wake up your body and your mind. I want you to come into a comfortable seated position on the floor. You could also be in a chair if it's more comfortable for you. I like to sit in this prayer position with my knees underneath me. You can also sit in an easy seat with your legs folded in front of you. Sometimes I like to place pillows under my knees if it's a little too much tension on my knees. Okay, so we're going to try two different breaths today. The first one is going to be our humming breath. So what I want you to do is place your hands in front of you in prayer position. And we're going to inhale really deeply through our nose. We're going to fill up our lungs, hold it there, and then on our exhale, we're going to exhale through our nose and hum while we do it. And we're going to try and really elongate our breath as much as possible. All right, let's try it together. Inhale in. Exhale out. Nice. All right, we're going to do that 2 more times together. Inhale. Awesome. So you can see how your breath really becomes long and powerful as you hum your breath calmly out. All right, one more time. Inhale deeply. Awesome. So that's a really fun breath for just bringing some focus into your mind and oxygenating your blood. Okay, we're going to do one more breathing exercise. This is our flower breath, which is really fun. So what I like to do is take both of my hands in front of me with my fingertips touching. And I like to imagine that this is a flower. And you can get creative. Pick what kind of flower, maybe a chrysanthemum or a rose. And what I want you to do is inhale through your nose, and you're going to bring that flower up and smell the flower. And then on our exhale, we're going to open the flower up and say, ah. So this is a really fun and creative breath. So let's inhale in. Ah. Nice. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale in. Ah. One more time. Ah. Nice. So that's a really fun, creative breath for the morning. I like using my imagination to think about what my flower might smell like. Okay, so for today's practice, we're going to do a little exploratory practice where we're going to explore our own homes. This is a very restful yoga. So we're going to start on our back as if we have just woken up. So we are laying in our beds. We've opened our eyes. We're going to begin to wake our bodies up for the day. So I want you to lay with your feet about hip width apart, palms flat on the ground. Then your next inhalation, I want you to gently lift your hips up off the ground into a bridge. We're going to hold this here for 1, 2, 3, and release back down to your mat. When you do this, I want you to try and keep your knees together, not let them get out too wide, okay? If you keep them together, it creates a lot of strength in your core. All right, let's do this again. Inhale in, hips up, hold for 1, 2, 3, release down towards the mat. All right, we'll do that one more time. Inhale, hips up. Over 1, 2, 3, and release back down. Nice. Now, after doing a little bit of a back bend like that, I like to massage my lower back out. I want you to bring your knees towards your chest, wrap your arms around them, give them a big hug, and then gently rock from side to side, making soft circles and giving your back a nice massage. Good job. All right. Place your feet back on the mat. Now, imagine that you're laying in bed, you've woken up, and you really want to invigorate your body. So I want you to take your right foot, put it up in the air, and then begin to drop it down and bend it. And as you do so, I want your other leg to come up. And you're going to very slowly begin to pedal those legs up and down, as if you're pedaling on a bicycle. Nice. You should feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings. You should feel your hips begin to wake up. And we're going to do this for 1, 2, 3, and pause, and then go the other direction. Nice. We're going to hold that for 1, 2, 3, and pause. Then gently bring your feet back down to the floor. Now I want you to roll to your right side or your left. Pause for a moment, and gently come all the way up. Now I want you to bring your feet in front of you, touching. Allow your knees to fall out. I suggest putting some pillows or blankets under your knees if this is too much to stretch your inner thigh or too much tension on your knees. I want you to roll your shoulders back and sit up really straight. I want us to imagine we've now woken up. We're sitting up in our beds. And we're going to look around our room. I want you to place your left hand gently on your feet or on the mat in front of you. I want you to stretch your right arm out and then open it up and stretch all the way behind you. Hold for 1, 2, 3, and release back forward. Now we're going to do that the opposite way. Put your left arm out in front of you and then all the way back, getting a nice stretch in your upper body. Hold for 1, 2, 3, and release back forward. All right, we're going to do that one more time on each side. Stretch your right arm out, stretch it all the way behind you. Hold for 1, 2, 3. Bring it back to the center. Now we'll do that with our left side. Put your left arm out in front of you. Stretch it all the way around. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, and release back forward. Now, as we've looked around our room, we find a beautiful book. We take the book off its shelf and begin to flip through its pages. So now you can either keep your feet where they are if you're comfortable in this position, or you can come into easy seat, where one leg is folded in front of the other like this. And then I want you to take both arms and bring them up in the air, hands out wide, bent at the elbows. And imagine that you're holding your book in front of you. This is a book that you've read many times, or maybe someone else has read it to you. You're familiar with the words and the pictures. Now I want us to flip through the pages in our book. So bring your palms and elbows together, open and back up. Palms and elbows together, open and back up. Palms and elbows together, and open it back up. One more time. Palms and elbows together, and then open it back up. Nice. So now that you've read through your book, you decide it's time to leave your room. So now I want you to take your hands and I want you to clasp them together in opposite directions. So one palm facing out, the other palm facing in. Bring them together. Now I want you to imagine that you're twisting your doorknob to leave your room. I want you to bring one elbow up, one elbow down. 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 One more time. Twist and twist. Nice. So now you've come into your living room. You see in front of you a table. It is a very familiar table to you. Maybe you've had dinner on it many times. Maybe it is a coffee table that you put your books on. So we're going to come into our tabletop position. So I want you to bring both your palms under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And then I want you to gently pull your belly button towards your spine and look downwards. Create a strong table. Hold it there for 1, 2, 3. Today you notice that there is a little bit of a wobble in one of the legs. So we're going to go into our wobbly table pose. I want you to take your right arm straight out in front of you and then straighten your left leg back. Very gently try and bring that left leg up in the air. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, and release back down. And now on the other side. Left arm up, right leg back. Hold for 1, 2, 3, and release back down. And we'll do that one more time. If you notice too much tension in your knees, you can place a pillow underneath them or simply go into child's pose to relax. All right, one more time. Stretch your right arm out, left leg back. Hold for 1, 2, 3, and release. Now the other side. Left arm out, right leg back. Hold for 1, 2, 3, and release on down. Now come back into your child's pose. This is where you sit back on your heels, stretch your arms out in front of you, or have them at your sides. Let your head rest on the mat in front of you. Now on your next inhale, you come all the way back up. So now we've walked past our wobbly table. We go into our front yard. We see in front of us the gate, which goes into the street in front of us. So I want you to come up on your knees. And once again, if you're feeling pain in your knees, please place a pillow underneath them or simply stay seated. Now come up on your knees, and I want you to take your right leg and kick it out in front of you to make this nice, stable triangle position. Now I want you to take your left arm, put it up in the sky, and your right arm out. And imagine you are a nice, strong gate. Now I want you to open that gate. I want you to gently bend to your right and look up at that left arm. Hold for 1, 2, 3, and release. Now we're going to change sides. Now I want you to shift your weight onto that right leg. Kick your left leg out now. Straighten your right arm above you, left arm out like a nice strong gate. Now I want you to open that gate. Gently bend to your left, looking up at that right arm overhead. Hold for 1, 2, 3, and release back up. Nice. So now, as you've gone out your gate, you look around the neighborhood and you notice on the sidewalk a little green garden snake slithering across. So I want you to now come onto your tummy. Okay. And I want you to place both your arms behind you and gently lay your head onto your mat or floor. And then on the next inhalation, I want you to look ahead and bring your chest off the ground, arms behind you like you're a slithering snake. Hold for 1, 2, 3, and release back down. Now we're going to repeat that 2 more times. Inhale up, look up, open that chest up, stretch your arms out behind you. Hold for 1, 2, 3, and release back down. Now one more time. Inhale, look up, stretch your arms out behind you. Hold for 1, 2, 3, and release back down. Nice. Now you look across the road and you see your neighbor laying on a beautiful picnic blanket in their front yard. They're taking a relaxing nap. So now I want you to bring your right leg up and hug it into your chest. And if this feels like enough of a stretch, you can simply stay here. But if you want to get an extra little twist, I want you to gently bring that right leg over across your body. Stretch your right arm out. I'm going to hold it there for 1, 2, 3. Release back up. Gently let that right leg release down to the mat. Now I want you to take this left leg up, plug it into your body, and gently twist it over to your right side. Look over your left shoulder. Hold for 1, 2, 3, and bring it back up. Release your leg back down into your mat. As your neighbor is taking a nap in their front yard, you notice that a beautiful flying beetle lands on their knees. I want you to bring your feet about hip width apart up on your mat, knees up. And as that beetle lands on your neighbor, they gently knock their knees side to side, trying to shoo the beetle away. So I want you to drop your knees to the right, back up center, and drop your knees to the left, like windshield wipers. Nice. We'll do that for 1, 2, 3, and release. Now you watch the beetle fly away. It lands on a fence nearby, and it lays in the sun, relaxing and taking a nap. So now I want you to bring your feet in the air, keep a bend in your knees, and you can gently let your knees come about hip width apart. Now I want you to stretch your arms out in front of you and pretend that you're a sleeping beetle. Hold for a few breaths. Inhale in, exhale out. One more time. Inhale in, exhale out. Now I want you to gently relax on down to your mat. So now we're going into Savasana. This is our final relaxation pose. What I suggest is laying flat on your back, maybe putting a pillow under your head, maybe putting something over your eyes, putting your palms facing up, and bringing your focus to your breath as you inhale and exhale. I recommend playing some peaceful music for this and putting a timer on for at least 10 minutes. So you can have 10 minutes of quiet restfulness before embarking on the rest of your day. All right. Thank you so much for practicing yoga with me today. Namaste.